What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to share with you a simple and easy way to find low content book niches. So, welcome back to Stacking Profit. My name's Paddy and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, I'm going to share with you a fast and easy way, or simple and easy way, to find low content book niches. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, pretty simple. What we're going to do is use POD, that's print on demand, websites to find lots of different niches. Then once we've found those niches, we need to see if there's demand over on Amazon, and then if there is demand, we can also see if that niche is profitable by using Self-Publishing Titan's Chrome extension. So let's just go ahead and dive straight in. So the first website that you can use is Teespring. Now, one thing I do want to mention really quick, when it comes to finding niches, always think outside of the box. There's 1,000,001 different ways to do niche research for any type of business. Now, with low content book publishing, again, there's 1,000,001 different ways to do niche research. If you want a really awesome way using Google, probably not what you think either, but if you want a really awesome way to find niches, come and watch our previous video just here. What I'll do is link that right now in the right hand corner so you can go through and watch. But this is an awesome way to find low content book niches using Google, and which hardly anybody knows about. So go ahead, come through and watch that video. Anyway, we can use websites like Teespring. We can use other websites like Redbubble. Lots of different print-on-demand websites can be used for niche research. Now let's go over to Teespring and let's start browsing around to see what niches we can find. Now what we want to do is find lots of different niches, put them into a notepad and then or a spreadsheet. Then once we have that niche research, we can dive deeper to see if a niche is profitable. So, once you're on Teespring at teespring.com, you want to scroll down and come to here, Discover Creators and Their Products. We want to go to here, and then we can start browsing around, maybe at all of the apparel, to see what niches there are. And then with those niches, we can actually write them down into a notepad or a spreadsheet for future reference when we dive deeper. Now, here we are, we're in all categories, and we're under apparel. Now right here on the left hand side we have lots of different categories that we can actually go through to see if we can find any niches. We have hobbies, apparel, patriotic, names, animal lover. So names would be a little bit of a tricky one to create books around, so we're not going to look at that. But then we have leggings, pocket tees, artistic, sports, hoodies, tanks. So all of these we can go through each and every category to see if what niches we can find. So let's go on hobbies and let's just start browsing around to see if anything stands out. Now let's just give that a second to do its thing. Don't know why that's being weird. Let's click on that again. And there we go. Now let's take a look through here. So right off the bat we have sorority. So sorority girls t-shirt. So sorority could be a niche. So what I'm going to do is just take that notebook and then type that down. If I can spell. No, I can't spell today. So sorority. There we go. So that's the first niche. Again, we want to brainstorm ideas first, come up with a huge list, and then we can dive deeper into that list to see if we can find anything profitable. Now we have donuts. Donut, believe it or not, is a niche. Anything related to food. Then we have bacon. Just here. So let's type this down. Now with these type of niches where we have sorority, donuts, bacon, these are going to work perfect for notebooks, journals, and also colouring books, because believe it or not, I'm guessing that there is people out there probably searching for a bacon colouring book. We'll soon find out anyway. Let's keep scrolling through. So we have climb. So climbing, rock climbing, things like that. So let's type that down. Rock climbing. Again, we're using this just as a brainstorm session. And then we can use that niche research list to dive deeper. Then we have pizza. So quite a few different niches here. Seems to be all about food at the minute. Then we have fishing. Obviously fishing's a hobby. Then you can obviously think of other hobbies. So there's basketball, shooting, hunting, hiking. Lots of different types of hobbies. But let's keep scrolling through. We have hairstylist. So a hairstylist, a barber. Things like that. Let's type that down. Hair stylist. Then we have fries. So we could do fries. Or if you're here in the UK, that would be chips. Then we have brews. So brews as in beers. So let's type beer down. We could do alcohol. Now within, what's that? A matter of minutes, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 niches just from the first page in here. Now from here we could also go through the rest of the pages. So if we come down to here, we have all these different pages that we can go through. More donuts, more pizza, more fishing and Grammy. So that's a great idea right there. When you can combine niches, you can make some really awesome books. But I'd keep going through there, writing down all of the niches. Then I would go through all of this. I'd go through the fishing, the food, fraternities, and sororities, gardening, hairstyle. All this is just niches that you can go through. And we can also do that on other POD websites. So here we are on Redbubble. We can go to clothing, and let's go to all clothing. Now we can take a look through this first page and see if there's any niches that stand out for us. So here we go. We're almost loaded up. Now we can scroll down. We can go through women's clothing, men's clothing, and all of these different categories. For this instance, let's keep it simple. Let's go with women's clothing. Now we can click on here, just give that a second to do its thing, and now we can go through all of the niches. So look at this, ghosts. So ghosts, Halloween, things like that. Halloween is a little bit late now, but we can still write that down, ghost/Halloween. Because I'm guessing again, if you were to create colouring books, that there's going to be people searching for a ghost colouring book. Now doing it this way, you are going to come across some niches that you would never have thought about. So there's always a good idea to diversify your niche research methods, and the more that you think out of the box, the better ideas you're going to have. Anyway, let's just go through the rest of this page to see if there's any ideas that really stand out. So right here we have something else. Here we can see sushi and dragon. So sushi could be a niche, because remember, anything related to food can be a niche. So let's do sushi. The next to that is dragon. So I'm guessing dragon is actually going to be pretty popular. You could do some dragon notebooks, colouring books, possibly even like a dragon activity book. Now let's keep scrolling through this first page. Then we have space. So normally anything related to space is pretty good as well. So let's just put space. That can be broken down multiple different ways. Then we have wave. So nope. Vintage. So anything related to vintage. We have a bird here. So bird. So let's go ahead and type that down as well. Birds. Now there's going to be lots of different birds, so that can actually be broken down multiple different ways. Again, this is all about brainstorming. We're not trying to find profitable niches right off the bat. We want lots of different niches so we can dive deeper to then find those profitable keywords. But let's keep going through this. We have positive. So positivity, that is a niche. You could do that as well. Let's just do positivity. I think that's spelt right, so let's keep that like so. Muppets, stay well clear of that for obvious reasons. Then we have positive, not too fast, or not fast. Keep scrolling through. Make a smile. Tattoo. So this is what's standing out. Let's type down tattoo, because that is a niche as well. Tattoo. And then let's just carry on through this page to see if there's anything that stands out. Cats, bit generic. And what else is there? We have lots of different ideas, like a fox, cat. Don't know what that is. The Goonies, stay well of that, or stay clear of that. Octopus, so again, anything related to animals. But just coming through here, you're going to find some really great niches. You can go through all different categories, not just clothing. You could go through all of these categories. We could go through masks, phone cases, and just start jotting down all of the niches that you see. Again, this is for just a brainstorming session. We don't want to find profitable niches right off the bat, because that's really hard to do. We want to find a huge list, or create a huge list of niches, so then we can dive deeper. So what did that take? That took less than 10 minutes to find all of these niches. Now from here is where we can start diving deeper. Now all of this, what I'm showing you, can be done completely for free. I do have paid tools, especially Helium 10, which helps me with niche research, but I don't always use it. I sometimes do it for free, or sometimes using my paid tools. Again, this is just for free. Now, let's go back to here. Let's go to the search bar. Let's change this to all of departments. Then, from here, we can start diving deeper into that list. So here's the list. We have quite a few different niches, but now we want to check the demand. Checking demand is relatively easy, but first of all, you need to know the book type that you're going to create. So let's just keep this simple, and let's go with a colouring book. Now, if you want to know how to create colouring books, we have lots of videos on the channel now. What I'll do is link my most popular colouring book video right there in the right hand corner, so that you can go through and watch. Now, from here, we have all of this list. So sorority, let's take this one. So let's just copy and paste that, because I have trouble spelling sorority. So we'll go here, we'll put that at the beginning, we'll click enter, we'll do that, and right off the bat, it looks like people are actually searching for this. So there is a little bit of demand. I type in sorority, colouring book, and Amazon has auto-populated that search term just here. Now, the more popular a niche or a keyword is, then the more keywords, related keywords, you will have just here. Now, to check the demand, to see if people are actually searching for that, all you have to do is type in your keyword, your niche, or whatever it is. Type that in here in the search bar. Then, if people are searching for that keyword, Amazon will auto-populate it. So we can see that just here. I've typed in sorority, colouring book, and Amazon has auto-populated that. They've auto-populated that keyword because that's what people are searching for. So if no one was searching for this, then Amazon would not auto-populate this. Now, case in point, let's take away sorority, and let's just put something that I know is not going to be a colouring book. Let's put a blanket colouring book. So someone's actually searching for a colouring book blanket. So let's actually just change that. Let's change it to, what can I see? Let's go with something I've done before, deodorant. I think I've spelt that wrong. So deodorant. There we go. Now, from here, we can see, no matter what I do, Amazon's not auto-populating anything because there's no one searching for a deodorant colouring book. But now, if we were to change that back to sorority and do that one more time, we can see Amazon has auto-populated this, so it means that people are searching. We don't know how many people are searching because Amazon does not give that information. You can get an estimation of how much traffic a keyword is getting if you use something like helium-10, but doing it this free way you have no idea. But again, you can just see if it's popular by how many keywords there are. There's not many keywords, so I'm guessing this isn't very popular, but Amazon has auto-populated it so people are searching. Now, from here, let's click onto this, because to see if it's profitable, all we have to do is use Self-Publishing Titan's Chrome extension. Now, I don't know why that's gone a little bit weird, but once the Chrome extension has been installed, there we go. You want this one just here. You want to make sure that that extension is also turned on. So here in your extensions up the top, you want to click on that extension and then just turn it on. We can see that I actually have that on. Now let's go back to Amazon, and it's going to tell us if that keyword is profitable. Now nothing happens, so I'm just going to reload the page for a second. Now let's just give that a second to load up and do its thing. There we go. So now let's just give that a few minutes. And bam, there we go. So this niche, sorority colouring book, really doesn't look like a great niche at all. The niche score is 11. Now, to put it into perspective, with this tool, this Self-Publishing Titan's Chrome extension, anything in between 50 and 60 is good, anything above 60 is better. So with a niche score of only 11, this really doesn't look like a good niche at all. But there is only 120 results, which is pretty nuts. But again, this doesn't look like a really great niche. But I would never have found this niche if I hadn't have done some research over on Teespring or Redbubble. That's why it's always a good idea to use other different research methods, because you are going to come across niches that you would never have guessed otherwise. Anyway, sorority colouring book, not very profitable, but then we also have this other list which we just built out in a matter of minutes, which we can go through and check all of these keywords. So donut colouring book, let's have a little look. Look at that. So donut colouring book actually gets a lot of searches. I did spell that right, I was just making sure. We have donut colouring book, then we have for kids, adults, teens, donut colouring book and journals. So lots of different keywords here. Most of these you can't target because they're highlighters, markers, crayons, but the ones here on the left hand side, so a donut colouring book for kids, adults, teens, you could go through these, click on these keywords and then check the SPT Chrome extension to see if that niche is profitable. Now let's just leave this one for a second as well. And bam, there we go. So again, with this one, donut colouring book, profitable because it's only a niche score of 23. But if we go back to here, to the top, and then just do that for a second, we see lots of different keywords that we could also check out. So that could be for adults, for teens, for kids, so I could check all of these keywords to see if they're profitable. But right off the bat, we can see niche score 23 doesn't look that good. But again, that's just one of the niches out of the ones that we found just here. We also have positivity, tattoo, birds, space, dragon, sushi. So sushi is the one that I'm interested in. Let's just check that. Sushi colouring book, look at that. People are searching for that. How crazy. So people are searching for sushi colouring book for adults. Then we have lots of different keywords just here. But let's click on this, sushi colouring book. We're going to give that a second for SPT to do its thing. We can see that the number of results is only 532. So this potentially could be a good niche. And who would have thought of that? A sushi colouring book. Again, this is why it's very important to use lots of different research methods when it comes to low content books. Now let's just give that a second to do its thing as well. And there we go. So this sushi colouring book has a niche score of 27. So again, this looks like a potentially not a very good niche. But again, I would never have thought of sushi colouring book if I hadn't done my research somewhere else. So again, come through, try out this method, go to print on demand websites. You can use things like Teespring, Redbubble, and so many other niches. Go through, brainstorm ideas, build out a list of niches, and then use that niche for further niche research so that you can dive deeper. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.